just going to start with what's going on in Tampa. A distraction they clearly did not need, played out this weekend in a most bizarre way, and there's a lot of different things going on. Wander Franco, remember the guy in the Rays, that major long-term deal, superstar, 5 tools, let's sign him, let him be here his entire career, give him hundreds of millions of dollars, that Wander Franco. Wander Franco, the same guy who's been disciplined by the Rays during the course of this season, some issues in having him be a grown-up in the clubhouse, that Wander Franco. All of a sudden yesterday during the course of the game, Tampa got information about a story that was going viral, that Wander Franco had had an inappropriate relationship with an underage girl. He was not playing in the game. He was in the dugout. And in the 5th inning of the game, when all of this was going down, meaning all the information was being disseminated, stories were coming up, do we believe it, do we not believe it? Coke and I were talking about it immediately. Does it get in the show? Let's wait to see what else happens. 5th inning, Franco disappears. The way a player leaves in the middle of a game is only by having a conversation with Major League Baseball. We don't kick players out of the stadium without alerting baseball, who alerts the union. So baseball gets alerted as to what's happening by Tampa. Baseball has to give a statement immediately where they say they are investigating, we are looking into the allegations. The Rays have to give a statement after the game. When you know this is coming and you can't avoid it, you start working on the statement during the game, and it's the normal, we are working on it. We take this situation seriously. We're in close contact with Major League Baseball as it conducts its due diligence. Every team has the same statement when you have an issue with a player as it relates to domestic violence, underage, inappropriate sexual relations, abuse. That's the statement that the team is told to make. That's what the team does make. And then baseball, through its Department of Investigations, starts investigating. As you may recall, a player like Trevor Bauer, he stays on the team. He was going to pitch after everything came out about what he did until baseball stepped in and put him on administrative leave. Wander Franco has not been put on administrative leave yet, but he did not travel with the team after the game yesterday when Tampa was starting its road trip. If you have a player not traveling with the team, that player has to either be hurt, be on the injured list, be on the suspended list, the restricted list, administrative leave. There has to be a reason. Otherwise, that player goes with the team. Now, you can get a Major League Baseball and union-approved paternity leave. That's a different list. But there has to be an explanation as to why a player is not with his team. So we're going to have to hear what the Rays did with Franco and what Major League Baseball is going to do with Franco. I'm interested in this story in another way because Kevin Cash, the manager of the Rays, all of this is going down. We can get word down to the manager when something's happening during a game. We will call the clubhouse manager, go to the clubhouse. We will have a clubby go to the dugout and tell the bench coach what's happening, give a note to the bench coach so the bench coach can tell the manager. We will not talk to the manager during the game directly. After the game, we can tell our PR people that we're going to close the clubhouse to media for a few extra minutes because we have to speak to Kevin Cash, because we have to give Kevin his talking points for how to deal with the situation. The Tampa Rays did that. Kevin Cash, of course, was asked after the game why Franco wasn't playing. And then where was he? And what Cash was told to say and what he did say is, I'm aware of the speculation and I'm not going to comment any further on that. The day off was because it was a day off. He was asked, was there any issue with Franco other than getting a regular day off? And Cash said no. I never once gave a position player a day off on the day of his giveaway. Not one time. Pitchers, during their giveaways, bobbleheads or whatever, if it's not their day to pitch, they don't pitch. Bench player giveaway, he's a bench player. But when your regular has a giveaway, your regular plays on the day of the giveaway. The baseball department knows what the marketing department's doing. The team president makes sure of that. There are VP meetings discussing this. The promotional calendar is done during the off season. Wander Franco getting a day off on his giveaway day, which coincidentally was yesterday. By the way, you wouldn't believe what the giveaway was. It was a snapback hat only for children 14 and under. I would assume that Rays, speculation, did not know about the allegations prior to the gates opening. Because if they did, I would be shocked that they went ahead with the giveaway. Given what the allegations are, I would have pulled that giveaway. Kept them in the box. Once the Rays find out and the giveaway is happening, nothing you can do. Knowing it's the giveaway and still not playing him. And it's not as though he's getting 2 days off, which is what you do with a regular who you're trying to get rest to. You give them a day off before an off day to get them 2 full days in a row. The Rays are playing today. So this would have been a scheduled Sunday off for Franco, a 22-year-old, might I add. But a scheduled Sunday off, first game missed since the All-Star break. But why not combine it with an off day? It all seems very coincidental to me that Franco was not in the lineup and Kevin Cash having to tell you that, no, it was scheduled. Well, that doesn't make me feel any better about the Rays because if it were scheduled, then they scheduled it on the wrong day. If no allegations had come out, there are people going to the game to get the giveaway to watch Franco play, and he's sitting. The Rays general manager was seen going into Cash's office after the game, which is what you do because you're going with your PR guy to tell Cash what to say, to talk about what you're going to do. There was no way he was going to comment. The Rays are going to stay quiet. They have to stay quiet until Major League Baseball decides what they're going to do. And they're going to act quickly. What do you do when you have a player signed to a long-term deal and they're problem children? Does that sound familiar? Anybody in San Diego thinking the same thing about Tatis? When he got suspended for steroids, concerned he's on year 1 or year 2 of a 13-year deal. When teams sign young players to long-term deals, they do it with the understanding it's not going to be perfect. There are going to be moments. There are going to be problems. There's going to be behavioral issues. There's going to be maturity issues. But we believe in the talent, and we believe in the deal that we got. That used to be what a front office would think. The problem today is the long-term deals that are being signed by the young players are not being done at a discount, which means you're paying full rack retail rate. What's the benefit? I never understood. Now, Atlanta does it right, you could argue. Are you sure? Locking up everybody for tons of years? We'll find out. They're not going to bat 1,000. But when you do sign a player like that, you're not thinking steroids, Tatis, and you're not thinking domestic violence or inappropriate sexual misconduct or any sort of suspension like that. What you're planning for is potential dips in performance, peaks and valleys, growing into leadership, growing into power. He'll hit in the teens, but we see him as a 30 home run player. Growing into different positions, no problem. He's an infielder now. we got to be ready for the fact that he could be a DH in the last few years of this long deal that will keep him on our team for his entire career. He's an infielder at third and short. He may end up at first. All of those things are normal things to consider when you are signing a young player to these type of long-term deals. But the lack of leadership, lack of maturity, and then this possible issue, the Tampa Bay Rays have to figure out whether they have a Wander Franco problem. And if so, will there be a team that will help get rid of that problem? We will know more as this story continues to develop. And I can only hope that the allegations are not true.